Alright guys, welcome back to the next videos about Playwright from Dosen Ngoding. And today we will continue on to learn how to do the installation of for Playwright. So let's read the documentation first and then let's learn from my concept map. Okay, let's read this. So get started by installing Playwright using npm, yarn, or pnpm. So working with Playwright requires you to understand Node.js. It requires you to understand JavaScript. So please learn the basic of the JavaScript, the nature of the npm, how npm works, how Node.js works, something like that. Just a little bit, learn how to install Node.js, and you will get npm. Whenever you need yarn, you can also install yarn, or you need pnpm, you also can install these things. Alternatively, it said here, you can also get started and run your tests using VS Code extension. This VS Code extension is so good. It helps you work directly inside the VS Code. But I really want to teach you about the nature of the basic way to install Playwright using npm first. So you will understand better why this VS Code extension exists and how it will work. So the Playwright team already create some explanation about this plugins in the VS Code. It is very good, but I hope you like to I hope you have a willingness to learn this first, because this is important. Okay. When installing the Playwright, there is two ways. You can use VS Code extension, you can use npm. So I think both of this way, you need to install the npm or Node.js first. So install the Node.js first and then use the VS Code extension. Maybe in several videos later, I will explain how to use the VS Code extension, but I will take you to the journey of how to install npm right in the terminals. Because the skill of using a terminal, using a console is quite important for your career, I think. To be a senior QA, to be a QA engineer, get used to it. Get used to the terminal. Get used to the coding. Okay. How to install it? We can install the with installation command npm init Playwright at latest. Okay. So you must understand why this command. npm init is to init a project in Node.js. And then Playwright at latest is the package of Playwright in the npm, and pick the latest version. Always the latest version. So be careful when working with this. I hope that Playwright doesn't do some breaking code and you use the latest and then your previous code is not working. But I think this is the best practice from them, so just let's use it. When you run the install command and select the following things to get started. So they will ask you several things, okay? And then let's see. They will ask you, will we use TypeScript or JavaScript? So it is very important for you to understand JavaScript, for the basic. And then if you are comfortable with JavaScript and you want to try TypeScript, it's okay. So many junior QA, junior developer that I teach about automation, they just blindly choose yes, and then they doesn't understand what is the why it is JavaScript and why then this is TypeScript. So be careful with this. So when you start the Playwright project, you should decide, will you use JavaScript, the plain JavaScript, or will you use TypeScript? Okay. It will affect how you write the code, how you write the syntax, and how the code styling, and etc. And then it will ask us to choose to install private browser or not. When I try this, because my browser already installed with Safari, with WebKit, already have the Chromium base and already have a Firefox base, and then it will do some internet downloading and it will install the browser. So I choose yes for this one. And then it will ask us to choose the folder name test. So the test folder name, some of the QA engineers prefer the name is E2E, end-to-end folder. Some of them prefer the test name to name the folder. So in a real life working environment, naming things is so difficult. So if your team have rules that for test you have to use the E2E name, okay, so you choose E2E, don't use test. So do not make a chaos with your team. Do not making mess with your team, yeah, because the team have a rules, follow the rules. And it will ask to choose add GitHub action or not. So the GitHub action is the tools, the configuration on how to run this test in the CI. So this test will run in the server somewhere using GitHub action. That is the choose the option that it will give you when you try to create a new Playwright project. So this thing seems that yes. Then the newbie QA asked me, why like this? Why like this? So please understand this, yeah. And then if it's success, it will generate folders and it will generate files. So some of those files and folder are quite important. So let's see. Here in the documentation, it said that it will install these files. It will create and generate these files. But under this, there is an explanation of what is each file does. Somehow, usually, you will skip to read that documentation. So that's why I create this for you guys. So if it's success, it will generate playwright.config.ts if I choose JavaScript, if I choose TypeScript, okay? If somehow you choose JavaScript, it will create something like this maybe. Playwright.config.js. Maybe. I doesn't try this yet, but I choose TypeScript for my new project in Playwright. That's why it is TS. Some of you choose JavaScript and then ask me, where is the config.js? So please understand this first, yeah, before you code. So before you code, before you do the test, please learn the basic, understand the basic, and then you will have a good time when progressing to the more advanced learning. Okay, what is in this file? It contains configuration for test, the config for your test. So all of your configuration supposed to be here on this file. If you have another things to configure, ideally you will put it here. Do not put it in another file. If you want to find some configuration for the test, you will only find it here. It is the meaning of these config files, okay? And then if it's success, it will generate test folder or the folder name that you set in installation process, okay? So if you choose the E2E, then it will generate an E2E folder, okay? But if you choose another name for the test, it will generate the name, the folder based on that name. It contains a basic example of a simple test. It will only open some browser, some URL, and then we'll check the values of text or something like that. And then it will generate test-example folder. This contains detailed example of a to-do app test. If you do not know, to-do app is some popular example of how to create a to-do app in so many frameworks, in some in Laravel, some in Express, some in another language, some in React, some in Vue.js, and they use this as a base example of how to create a test. So this is what will you get when you learn when you start a new Playwright project. So let's try this together for once. All right, one time only. Let's try this. Where is my terminal? All right. Please wait. Okay. Okay, this is my terminal. Okay, wait. Okay. So here in the new folder, and then I will follow these things. npm init playwright latest. Here, I think I should create. Oh no, okay. Just use this folder. Okay. Press enter. It will connect to internet and do something, and it will check the npx. If you install the Node.js correctly, then it will be fine. But if this step is throwing some error, then you should fix your Node.js. Okay, this is the first question. Do you want to use TypeScript or JavaScript? So I choose TypeScript because I know JavaScript, but I doesn't know TypeScript, and I want to learn the TypeScript, so I choose the TypeScript responsibly. But if you doesn't understand that, and you only want to safely or you want to use JavaScript, you can choose that JavaScript. But if you want to follow the tutorials, I suggest you use TypeScript. And where to put the end-to-end test? So it will give you an option to type. You can type E to E, you can type test, you can type anything. But if you just want to use test and agree with this configuration, and then you will just put enter. And then a GitHub action workflow, I would say yes. Just push the button Y, and then install private browser can be done no blah blah blah. Yes, just enter. So they create the npm init, and then they do this things. But because I already installed previously, it so fast. But if you install this for the first time, it will download and do so many things lah. So downloading browser, downloading library, downloading dependency, and etc. And most importantly, that most of you usually just skip and clear this console, but please read the output of this command. It say if you want to run the Playwright test, use this command. If you want to start the interactive mode, you can use this flag --UI. If you want to test only on desktop Chrome, you can use this one. If you want to run specific example, you can run this one. If you want to run the test in debug mode, you can choose this one. And this is new for me. The auto-generate test with CodeGen. I don't know what is this, but we will learn later together. Okay. We suggest that you begin by typing npx playwright test. So let's try. Yeah. Let's try. What happened? It's do the test. Yeah. This is the example of a headless test. Yeah, it run only on the terminals, doesn't need UI, doesn't need anything, it runs. That's why the headless mode is very good, because it can be run in VPS somewhere, it can be run in the GitHub CI, GitHub Action, etc. So that's why this feature is very good. This is how to install, guys. If you want to learn by yourself, you can try the VS Code extension, because if you understand this type in this part, and I hope you will also understand the VS Code extension easily. All right, that's it for these videos. I hope you understand the explanation. If you like the explanation, don't forget to join to support me, join me as a member in these channels. Like this video, share this video, spread the word about these videos, and don't forget to connect me on LinkedIn and join the community in the WhatsApp. All right, see you guys in the next videos.